What's up, guys? Mike from SME Gaming 64 GAMEMEN here with another video, another tier list. I told you we'd be doing tier makers all day. Josh, it's okay. It's okay. You can admit you watch GAMEMEN. All right. So here we're doing Donkey Kong games. I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan. I love every Donkey Kong game. Well, to some extent. So we're gonna aptly rank these. Banana Slammer. Uh huh. Uh huh. A okay. Uh, yeah. Oh no. Oh, hold on. Kitty Kong for the worst rank, and then for C. How do I do the? You know what guys I'm talking about. I'm gonna go monkey noise. Okay. So now that we aptly ranked each of our tiers, let's get it started. You know how I always go. We go worst to first, and worst DK King is swing. This game sucks. It's not a Donkey Kong game. This ain't a Donkey Kong game. It just says Donkey Kong in it. It's one of those GBA it's like one of those GBA mini games that have a character like Mario versus Donkey Kong, which thankfully is not on this list. Oof. Or like those kind of things. I am noticing as I look at this list, they don't have Donkey Kong the arcade game and Donkey Kong 94. Donkey Kong 94 is an amazing game and everyone should give that a shot. But I digress. This is not what that's about. So I don't really have much to say about DK Swing. It's a very short game, just a GBA side game. So next on the list is DK Barrel Blast. I believe this is the Wii version. I cannot remember. Barrel Blast is just like one of those generic kart games or type of racing games where it's like, well, we have a franchise with a lot of characters, so let's do this. Let's throw it in. Now I think if this is the original, there's one for the Wii. So you have the one nunchuck in the Wii, and it's like, you kind of use like the bongos that way to turn and all that. No matter what, a lot of the bongo games. I say Conga, excuse me. Those bongo games they're only all right, and they're a bit gimmicky. A few are well done, well executed, which I'll go into later. Um, like all the Donkey Kongas and one of the games on this list, which you guys probably could see. However, it's just it's just a racing game. And Mario Kart was always better. In addition, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Funky Kong are in Mario Kart Wii, which in one of my previous videos I consider the best Mario Kart out there. So you have more than enough Donkey Kong representation there. Plus, there's other better Donkey Kong franchise. Well, technically, Diddy Kong Racing, though on this list, in my opinion, not really too much of a Donkey Kong game. It's more of like a rare racing game. However, it's on this random tier maker list. I can't do anything about it. However, Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, Kitty Kong tier. Although Kitty Kong sucks, and since we're going at it already, I'm just gonna have to put the Kitty Kong tiers where they are. I can't help it. All right, DK, DK Land. Since I'm throwing both Kitty Kong games on there, DK Land 3 is just a different version. So a lot of people get this confused. Donkey Kong Country was remade for the Game Boy Advance. However, Donkey Kong Land was released coincided with Donkey Kong Country as they're a Game Boy version of the Super Nintendo ones, with some stuff taken out or some stuff added in. Um, Most of the time, it's taken out because the Game Boy can't handle as much as the Super Nintendo. However, both games are just not as good as the first two, which is kind of strange, when you think of looking at that aspect. But I mean, there's no point of ever playing Kitty Kong. Some of the levels are just a bit bland. I mean, compared to Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, the music's not as good. It's just, everything I talk about it is just not as good, or this is not as good. Kitty Kong is not that good. Kitty Kong is terrible. I hate Kitty Kong. I'm just going to say that again. All right. All right, going on with the monkey noise games. Monkey noise. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This game's so overrated. It's crazy. It's not that good of a game. It's like, okay, David Wise returns, makes the music good, cool. This game is only 6 worlds, so it's one of the shorter Donkey Kong worlds because I don't think it has as many levels. But that's not even the point why it's not a good game. The point of it is it's bad because all the Kongs are power ups. You know what I mean? Like they're there to not be an equal player. Like so, when you play Young Country, there's one difference between the Kongs, or like two things. Like, oh, Dixie Kong floats and her roll isn't as good, as Diddy is faster and has a better roll. Okay, Donkey Kong is heavier and can take out bigger enemies. Diddy is, quicker and has more horizontal speed, etc. Jumps just a bit higher. Donkey Kong can do the clap thing. Like it's just like it, but when you play co-op, when you play as each Kong, you're not taking away something from it. In this game, it's literally like, you need Cranky Kong for this level because it's the spike level, or well, he's pretty good in most of these things, so you can just speed run with Cranky Kong, or well, Dixie doesn't float, she gives you a little dip and makes it easier. Like that's not what the Kongs are. The Kongs are not a power up. This ain't no damn Mega Man game where I'm like, or freaking Mario game, like, oh, you don't hit the power up. Oh, Diddy Kong power up? Put my hat on, have a jetpack. Like, it's not how it works. Plus, I wasn't the Secret World, like the very final level, is pretty good. However, I just never thought Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was like that amazing of a game. It's never that hard. Donkey Kong Country Returns way harder, way more difficult game, and it's way more life in it. Um, it would just it's just something about it, like just it just existed. It was just a Donkey Kong game. One thing I'm upset about is they don't have on this list. They don't have Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, which is a super way better game than Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii. But I'm gonna count it as the 3DS. I'm gonna count it as both anyway. However, I'm not talking about that one because the next game on our list is this one. It's just the GBA game redone. Donkey Kong Jungle Climber. I was gonna say Jungle Crumble because that sounds better, but I mean, it improved on everything that the GBA one did, but still a mad game. I mean, I don't know if I would put it over Donkey Kong Land 3, but I just hate Kitty Kong that much. It would kind of feel fraudulent if I didn't put Kitty Kong in the Kitty Kong tier. So, just because they got another game, it gets up there. Just by luck. So it'll take its win. It'll take its win. Alrighty, coming next, we got Diddy Kong Racing on the DS. This game, Diddy Kong Racing is awesome, and I actually had a lot of fun with my Diddy Kong Racing DS. They got rid of Banjo, and they added Super Hot Tiny Kong version. She was all like, "Damn!" I was like, "Yo, who that?" And they're like, "It's Tiny Kong from DK64," except they're trying to make it like look like Candy Kong because they're related. And I was like, "Oh, cool." Now I'm a furry. Um, Yeah, I mean the only other thing is they redid a lot of the music scores in Diddy Kong Racing DS, and they were really done well, and I enjoyed them. I said "and" like 30 times in the sentence, but I digress. Diddy Kong Racing DS just didn't have the same charm that the N64 one did. I didn't have to play really too much local against other people, and just because they added Tiny Kong, that means they got rid of my boy Banjo. That hurts. And redone music scores doesn't really make it kind of better. It does look a little bit cleaner, it runs smoother, but overall, Diddy Kong Racing DS it's a good game. It's a good game, but wasn't as good as the original. So for that, it's a solid banana slam, a mid tier right there. We're gonna add more mid tiers right here. We're gonna have to add Donkey Kong Land. Okay, Donkey Kong Land actually 1 and 2. Donkey Kong Land, I when I played it, I didn't really know like I was like, this isn't in the first one. This isn't a remake of this or the Game Boy and all that. Because I played it probably kind of later, and I didn't realize they were different games. So I was kind of going into it expecting it to be Donkey Kong Country, and it's like, no, they have this, or like it's a cool idea where like most of the stuff is similar, and then they flip it over, like, or you just get stuff that wasn't added or wasn't in it. It's cool. It's not you're not playing the same game, which is something I like about the Donkey Kong Land series. And unlike the Donkey Kong Country GBA remakes, which has like a story and text boxes and stuff, I just couldn't get into those. I don't know. I was like, why am I playing this? I could just go right there, pop in DKC2, DKC1, and think about DKC3, which ironically is in the Super Nintendo right now. Like, guys, I turn this chair, and you see that? Actually, you still can't. If I do this, do that. Yeah, and now you zoom in all the way per 1 pixel, you'll see. DKC3 is in there. This is a good game. Mwah. But I wasn't even talking about that Young Country one, but I guess I am now, and that is an okay game. All right, the only reason why it says A, I'm just gonna change that to okay. You know, which is kind of weird. I'm gonna do okay, and it is actually amazing. There you go. Now it's not to be confused. Young Country One is such a good game. Like I've had so many great memories with Young Country One. Be it when first time I played it myself, first time I beat it, running co-op with Phil. This is very early on the channel. One of the very first playlists. If you go on the channel, you check it out. It's really cool. We beat that whole game in like 2.5 hours. Did the whole thing. Like it's just such a fun adventure. It's quick. It's done well. Platforming, the scaling levels from the first two worlds to the last few jumps up in difficulty. Freaking when you fight King K. Rule, that theme. David Wise with the aquatic. I was gonna say aquatic ruins because I like Sonic too much. And ambient something theme. It's too much English for me. But guys, Donkey Kong Country One, it's a classic. Basically made Donkey Kong what it is today for us. It's just so good in every aspect. The only thing that sucks about the game and why it's not a game, aka S rank game, is because the animal levels kind of suck. I mean, the frog is cool and Ramby's awesome. I always forget the name of the frog, but like, oh, and Garda is amazing too. But I don't like the bonus. I don't like the bonuses in the game. They're just kind of boring. And, eh, that's what really hurts it. Next up, Diddy Kong Racing. All right. I mean, look, I said Diddy Kong Racing DS is a banana slammer. It's all right, but damn, Diddy Kong Racing for the N64 is amazing. It was an adventure game with a cart, okay, and obviously you have the hoverboard and the plane, but it was so cool because you had the hub world, you had all these kind of time races, there's secret characters like Cuckoo or whatever the name of the rooster is. I think it was Cuckoo, and then you get TT, the freaking time guy you're talking to. Like it's so cool. Um, Other than that, I loved all the worlds around it. I love that you could play with your friends, and when you play with your friends, you can choose what kind of cart you want. Like you can do a land battle in a hover in the hover thing. So you could be doing a dry land battle in a freaking hover. All right, or it's like, oh, I'm using car, you're using plane, and the game would be built. Every map almost had the options for each. Some were exclusive, like, oh, you have to hover here or you have to plane here, but it was so cool, and I really, really love what they did with that. You don't make a better card game than that when you have the kind of freedom to do that. And you have like, oh, here's a story mode, here's hidden balloons, here's battle mode, which is amazing. Okay, some of those battle mode maps are awesome, and just the idea of like I don't have to race in a car, and we could all still compete in the same map just makes it really cool. This is a tough one for me, guys. I love Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I wanted to put it at S tier, but I guess some people don't like the idea of the Congos. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is so good. It is probably my favorite like Donkey Kong game for a while before returns happened. Honestly, between Donkey Kong Country 2, actually, between DK64 to Jungle Beat, so what's like roughly 6 years, like and then like all we were getting was Donkey Kong like Pilot and King of Swing and stuff, and it's like, and Jungle Beat came out. Man, this game is great. Okay, it looks great, it plays great. Like the boggles are such a smooth transition of it. Like, yeah, it'd be cool if I could have played with a game controller at the time or any type of regular controller. But man, that game, the boss battles are cool. Just like the style of the world. I remember I played it on the demo actually for the first time when I was at Toys R Us, and I was like, "Yo, I need this game." It didn't matter. I got it way later because the consoles were over expensive. Like, were pretty expensive when they first came out. But I waited like 3 years later when the Wii was out, mid Wii years, and I got my Congos for like $5. I got two sets for $5 because GameStop was like, they're trash to give them away. I was like, suckers, and it came with the Congo set. Johnny Young Jungle Beat came with the special box version. It was boxed into it. Man, I love this game. You need to play this game, guys. I'm telling you, as a Donkey Kong fan or as a platformer fan, Johnny Young Jungle Beat is a game you must play. All right, guys. Top three. That's it. This is what we all came for. Number three, Donkey Kong Country Returns. This game is that good. I'm telling you guys, this game is that good. Yes, the Wii version is not as good. It's not as good. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody wants to blow on the Wii mode. Nobody wants to shake the roll, shake the roll. But levels are perfect. Difficulty is way up there. Like you're doing the rocket levels, aka the mine carts as well. One hit ends ends you as it should. Okay. Um, just the return of this Donkey Kong style too, like the story behind it. Like we haven't had a Donkey Kong Country game since like '96. That's when the N64 was released. We haven't had that long, and this game comes out. It gives Diddy this little jetpack thing, but it gives you all these extra features. It it's got these secret temple levels, which are amazing on their own, which lead to a secret world once you get every single temple thing done. And like Kong is not an option, it's not optional anymore. Like you want to get Kong to get 100% of the game because Kong for each level is something different. Man, Donkey Kong Country Returns. When I play that game in 3D, don't forget the 3D version, the 3DS version. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D has a whole new world in it. By the way, an entire new world added in the game and a hard mode. Donkey Kong Country Returns is just a fantastic platform in every aspect. It's a must play if you. Yeah, remember how I said Jungle Beat's a must play? Jungle Beat is a must play for Donkey Kong fans. This is a must play for Nintendo fans. All right. Well, no, it's the other way around then. Jungle Beat would be a must play for Nintendo fans. This is a must play for all platformer fans. And that goes to say for the next two games as well. Number two, Donkey Kong 64, baby. This game. That's that GIF where I told you about theirs. That's it. It's that good. I uh, I have so many memories with this. Like I have two copies of Donkey Kong 64 upstairs. I got the so I got it on day one when it came out, and it came with like a giant Prima guide thing that I never used and it's lost. Uh, and then I got the N64, the light green one, the clear one, when they were doing that like the whole we need the translucent, you could see the inside of it, and I came packaged with Donkey Kong 64, and Donkey Kong 64 was so big. I needed that expansion pack back in the day, man. We needed that 4 megabytes of RAM or 8 megabytes or something crazy because the game was just so large. It had so many things. Dude, it added these heroes are based off the first two things are based off things Donkey Kong says. If Sakurai would have left that in Smash, so Donkey Kong was talking like that, it'd be so good. Like I love Donkey Kong 64. I love playing as Diddy Kong. I love playing as Chunky Kong. Every character has life. It's funny. It's it's big. It's immersive. Like it was like playing Super Mario 64 if Mario can power up, but you have the collectathon of Banjo. It was a mix of two amazing games to make this amazingness. Like yes, there is a lot to collect and there's a lot going on, but the thing is the characters have so much life to them. And everything is different. Like you can't just I only want to play Donkey Kong. Like the game makes you play everybody. So it's not one of those things where it's like oh, well, I'm playing Mario Brothers 2, and I only want to play Mario. Like that's it. I mean, there's only minor differences. Every character is different. There's FPS, well, technically third-person shooter stuff to it, which you can make FPS. There's mini games galore. Platforming galore. Boss battles are all right, but you know what? Each boss battle is unique and different. It's not the same thing every time. It's not I jump on somebody 3 times and that's it. And only certain characters can fight certain bosses. So once again, it makes you play other characters, and it just makes you realize like how much effort was put into it, each character and what Rare did. I remember these Kongs didn't exist besides Donkey and Diddy and Cranky. So they decided to go like we're not bringing back Dixie, which makes me sad. Oh, that's it. Tiny's the sister of Dixie. I apologize for that. Um, I don't know why I said Candy. Um, oh, is Dixie related to Candy? Now you gotta check this out, guys. I know my Donkey Kong the Third versus Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong the original, but I don't know my Candy Kong lore, so I apologize. But yeah, they made all these characters unique, and man, I appreciate Donkey Kong 64 for what it was. Like seriously, probably probably the best 3D platformer collectathon there could be. You know what I mean? Like not to crap on like, okay, I think Super Mario 64 is a better game, but I think nothing beats collecting and platforming like Donkey Kong 64. And number one of the greatest games ever made. What? There we go. Ever made right here. Donkey Kong Country 2 is literally I a top five game of all time. It's nothing beats it. I have two copies of Donkey Kong Country 2. I have two copies. Actually, I have like 8,000. But no, I seriously, I have two copies. One over there, one over there. I play Donkey Kong Country 2 maybe once a year. Probably more than that. I have nothing to say. That's how good the game is. I can't. All I can do is praise it. All I can do is praise it. From the best part about it, like not, it's not even the best part. The coolest thing about it is it starts off immediately after Donkey Kong Country 1, and it does a remix of the King K. Rool the ship deck theme, from the boss battle on the ship that Donkey Kong is captured on that you're on. Like it literally continues exactly from there with a remix of that version. Plus, there's a developer intended 75 Kremlin coins. The Kremlin coin levels are amazing. This is where Bramble Blast came from. Okay, so that enough gives it a 10 out of 10. Forced interludes also in here. The Swanky Kong quiz games, and Guard is way better. The animals have special abilities. I think it's Cheaty the snake or something like that. I always forget his name, Petey or Cheaty. He's cool in himself. You get the squawk levels, which are so cool. The bumblebee, the high levels, the cart level when you're in the Kremlin Carnival. The fake out level when Donkey Kong captured, you go in there and you think you're gonna fight, and that's the end of the level before you go fight freaking King K. Rool. I mean, Captain K. Rool to you guys. So Diddy and Dixie are so balanced. Like, there's no difference. Like, I remember I would go through a run. I'm like, I did an all Diddy run. I did an all Dixie run. I did a Diddy Dixie, like that. Like, it's just so cool. I've done it co-op. I've done it solo. I've done it versus. Love this game. It's the best game. It's one of the best games of all time. Like, I cannot be convinced. Oh, look how balanced this list is. It's actually a 3-3-3-3. Like I said, I didn't want to put Jungle Beat up here. And as much as I love Donkey Kong Country, the bonuses kind of hold it back. Donkey Kong Land 2 could be put here because how good Donkey Kong Country 2 is. But man, Donkey Kong has got an amazing series. The Conga games weren't listed on here, which is a bit unfortunate. And the 3D version of Donkey Kong Country Returns isn't technically on here, but these are all the Donkey Kong Country games you're gonna get. And honestly, they're all worth playing. Like everything from here is worth playing. Even the Monkey Noise ones, even these Monkey Noise D tier ones, they're worth playing. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze did get a re-release on the Switch. So if you guys are looking to play something to get some Donkey Kong in your blood, definitely check that out. All right, guys. Other than that, guys, that's the list. 1, 2, 3. I try to keep everything in order. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I appreciate. Don't forget to comment, rate, like, subscribe. Tell me why I'm always right. And I'll see you guys in the next video.